Hi everybody, and welcome to another thrilling adventure of What Does Danne Say? Well, what I'm saying today is that there are millions of African American and black gentlemen, or people of African descent, all over the world that suffer from common problems, and particularly with the men. And the men, of course, their biggest problem that frustrates everybody is razor bump syndrome, medically known as folliculitis. Now, before we start the actual treatment on you, Joseph, let's explain something about your superior skin cells. And I'm using the word superior, folks, because African American or black people do have the most superior skin cells in the world. Yes, they do. You've heard that old saying, black don't crack, and it is true. If you take a 55-year-old Caucasian man and a 55-year-old African American gentleman and put them side by side, who looks older 90% of the time? The Caucasian. Most people are endowed with physical characteristics that allow them to live in the area of the planet where their ancestors were first appeared. This is why black skin is so strong and why it does have a very rapid cell proliferation. Black people reproduce new cells faster than almost anybody else. That is one of the reasons behind the youth thing. The deeper tones is natural reflection against solar radiation. The tight curly hair is for natural air conditioning. Many of the original nomadic tribes that would wander the Transvaal and arid areas for days at a time, no water, no food, and when you perspire, it's caught up in the tight hair, and then the hair cools, and this kept people's brains from being literally fried. But since those eons and eons ago, people have intermarried, they've moved around the planet, intermixed races, and so we have all kinds of variables. But we still approach African American skin in this country with the same root cause. A little quick analogy of what causes the razor bump syndrome in African American men. Because of the rapid cell proliferation, cells build up very quickly, particularly on the neck where there's hair, and it can be also in the facial area too, but mostly in the neck. When this happens, it builds up over a period of time. Once you get past, say, 15, 16, 17, got into more of a grown man thing, it builds up and it looks kind of like shingles on a roof under a microscope. So out comes this ovular hair. Now, straight hair is very round. The denier is round. Curly hair is ovular and very sharp on the end. So it comes out of the beard line and it catches under one of those shingles and it's redirected back down into the skin where it becomes inflamed. And it's not acne, it just becomes inflamed. Now here comes another superior aspect of black skin. Little baby new cells see that happening and say, oh, we can't have that. We got to isolate that sucker. That's bad. So they start forming a little fibrous growth around that area, and it comes up in a bump. Mm-hmm. Some people think it when they're young. They start seeing these. They think, oh, these are pimples, and they're nice. Squeeze, nothing comes out with blood. Okay. So they get magic powder, or they're afraid to shave, or they don't shave. I mean, all kinds of little tricks and ways. And this has been going on for a long time, and I can absolutely guarantee any African American male or any black male anywhere on this planet that this syndrome can be eradicated forever. All we have to do is keep the cuticle off. The hair will come out, and you shave normally, shave after showering because you want that hair wet and puffed up. Put on a thick shaving lotion like the old-fashioned Barbasol. Don't get those damn gels. You know, just put that. That's what I use, the old Barbasol. And now your hair will be away from the epidermis. The razor will come right along and take it off, and there's no bump.
Was very hard. Kind of, it just got tighter and tighter, so that was kind of different. But overall, it feels like a new face.
Good. So you're gonna keep up your treatments, right?
Yes, definitely.